Assuming you watched the previous video, sorting the translation pieces, you know the stages of planning and who is responsible for each part. Are we ready to hand everything over to Daniel to translate? Let's return briefly to the assumptions in the case study. You'll find them listed below in the description. In the All Is Well case study, you had the opportunity to identify the items that needed to be translated. Spoiler, if you have not done that exercise, the answers are coming up. So if you want to try it yourself, click pause now. You'll find the link in the description. Here is the list we assembled of all the materials that might need translation in All Is Well. Daniel is an office manager. Does he know what an LMS or course player is? How will he access the narration, on-screen text, the text embedded in the graphics, or the same from the videos? And how will all the translations get back into these materials? Translation management is not a situation where you can give your text to Aunt Sarah because she can speak the language and translate it cheaply. It is much more complicated and requires careful thought and preparation. Don't worry, I'll take you step by step through the entire process. Here is a comprehensive list of all the things you need to think about when translating. We already caught much of this when we identified the materials in All Is Well. I have placed this list in the description below. We know that the target market is Lima, Peru, and the language is Spanish. We know that the software interfaces include an LMS, course player, and videos. We know that there is narration, on-screen text, and possibly text in the videos that will need translation. We can probably assume that if currency appears in the training, it will be in US dollars, which will need to change. We have said that Daniel will translate, but knowing what you do now, is this realistic? Cost is always a consideration, but what is the budget? And can we achieve translation within budget and within the 6-month time frame? We know that there are graphics with embedded text. Who can replace the translated text? Are there other design concerns? If you recall, at the end of the case study, there were resources like the Americans with Disabilities Act that were specific to the U.S. Are there similar resources in Peru? There are still a number of areas that we did not address, such as cultural implications, formatting, writing skills, voice talent accent, tables, and review processes. I have also left the translator in because we still need to assess Daniel's capabilities. At this point, you may be thinking to yourself, isn't this a bit of overkill? We just want to translate the material, not save the world. I have chosen to cover this topic in 2 parts so that we can discuss more thoroughly why knowing both your target language and target market is important when preparing your materials for translation. In the meantime, you might want to check out my blog, When Writing Goes Wrong, Why Word Choice and Accurate Punctuation Matter. You'll find the link in the description below. Stay tuned for the next video in the series, Preparing for Translation Part 2. Thanks for watching.